Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm Marsya and my student ID 24018206. I absentee seconds number 30, and today I will present it about the introduction to literature again, about the understanding poetry and its devices. Okay, next. Uh, the first is, what is poetry? Poetry is a form of literature that expresses deep emotion and idea. Unlike prosa, poetry uses rhythm, sounds, and figurative language to create a special effects. It is often short in length, but full of meaning. For example, just a few lines of poetry can express feelings that might take several sentences in prose. And next, why study poetry? Studying poetry is not only about reading beautiful words, it also helps us improve our language skills, but imagination and creativity, and understand culture and emotions from different perspectives. Through poetry, we can learn how people in the past and present express their feelings. It also teaches us to experience of beauty of words and sounds. And next, common poetry devices. Also, in order to make poetry beautiful and meaningful, poets use certain tools. These tools are called poetry devices. Some of the most common ones are imaginary simile and metaphor, personation, rhyme and rhythm, alliteration, and symbolism. Each of these devices adds something special to a poem. Next, imaginary. Imaginary is a language that appeals to our senses: sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell. It helps readers imagine what the poet is describing. For example, in sentences, "The golden sun warms my skin," we can almost feel the warmth of the sun on our skin. Imaginary makes a poem more vivid and alive, almost like painting with the words. Okay, the next is simile and metaphor. Similes and metaphors are devices of comparison. A simile compares to two things using the words like or as. For example, her smile is like sunshine. Compares to a smile to a sunshine. A metaphor, on the other hand, makes the direct comparison without using like or as. For example, time is a thief. Here, the time is described as if it can steal, which makes the meaning stronger. Both devices help but explains its idea in more creative and powerful way. Okay, next. Um, next, personification. Personification is when poets give human qualities to non-human things. This makes objects or ideas feel alive and active. For example, the wind whispered in the night. Of course, the wine cannot really whisper, but this description makes the wine sound gentle and mysterious. Another example is from William Wordsworth's poem "I Wandered Lonely as a Colt," where the flowers are described as touching your heads and sprightly dames. Personification brings life to poetry and helps reader connect emotional. Next, rhyme and rhythm. Rhyme is a repetition of similar sounds, like in a word sky and hike. Rhythm is the musical beat or flow in poetry. Together, rhyme and rhythm make poems sound pleasing to the ear, almost like music. That is why many poems are easy to remember, because their rhyme and rhythm make them enjoyable to read aloud. Okay, next, alliteration and symbolism. Alliteration is the repetition or initial sounds in a nearby words. For example, silent sea softly sings. This repetition creates a musical quality. Symbolism is when an object or image represents a bigger idea. For example, a dove is a symbol peace, while a red rose in often a symbol love. There's the faces and deeper layers of meaning. So poetry is not only about words but also about idea and emotion hidden behind them.